Hello, Louise.
Hello, Matt.
Cheers. Nice to see you. Hang on, let me just wait for you to open your bottle.
It's very courteous of you.
I am. I'm that kind of gentleman. Lovely.
Beautiful. Buenos dias. It always happens.
Did you just whack your tooth on that?
It happens all the time.
I guess because you're just that elegant, you know.
Yeah.
So, you're dating sites, dating apps.
Yeah, we're all going straight in.
Yeah,
straight
man.
in.
Yeah, man. Go on.
Where do I begin? Have you used them?
Never.
Never ever.
Mm-mm.
God, yeah, it's because you have friends, so you get to meet people. It's easy. No, it is easy because you've got a big friendship group.
Mm.
So basically, you just work your way around it.
Okay,
You
one way
don't
to put
deny
it.
it.
One way to put it, sure. Yes, because 2 people counts as working your way around it, yeah.
I rest my case.
Out of, in the entire formation of the group, 30 plus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Point made. I'm
Yeah.
glad you agree. No, but that's what you still meet people through other people, and you have those connections and all that kind of stuff. And I've had friendship groups throughout life, but never as big as you and Amy. You guys have ridiculous amount of friends.
Yeah.
So it's harder to meet people organically,
Mm.
and also current times as well. It's like impossible.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so hungry. Sorry. Ooh,
Would you like to tell everyone why you're so hungry?
yeah, because I do fasting.
Mm-hmm.
And today I've done a 23-hour one. Well, I'm doing a 23-hour one.
So when are you allowed to eat?
5:30.
The minute it is 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be worth it. And I feel really good. I feel quite starving. Anyway, back to the dating.
Excuse me.
I just feel you can't convey your personality. You can't get across who you are. And sometimes I've had it where I have managed to start that banter and you really get to know each other, but then you meet and there's no physical attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always something missing in these kind of situations, I guess. But it's interesting. So you've never been on a dating site?
No.
Wow. So you have no idea about the whole world that it is, and
I know what it's like to meet people, or try and talk to people that you haven't met in person on, MSN back in the day, or Instagram, Facebook, whatever. So I've done that. I know what that's like, and so I know that ain't fun. So I'm like, I know it's the same thing really, but with like dating is a specific goal. Obviously, it depends on the app as well, depending on what the goal is. It's the same thing. It just looks really fucking repetitive to me. I'm just like, oh, how many people have you got to ask how many fucking siblings they have?
Yeah, exactly. And also having to create a bio is always just like, what I do like though, because I will only use Hinge out of all.
Oh, that was really manic.
Out of all of them, yeah, Hinge is the one that I like the most.
Yeah,
because it's nice. It gives you prompts. So stuff like fact about me that surprises people, and I put like I'm half Sri Lankan, or 2 truths and a lie is always a really good one because then you've got to guess. So it creates conversation. It makes you engage because you can reply and go, oh my god, I totally relate, or what the fuck's that all about, or you pick the 2 truths and the lie. Yeah, you pick them out of that, and so it does create conversations, but it's still. Yeah, it's just really difficult to get yourself across at the same time and chat to people. So I envy you that you've never used them. It's not fun.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're forced to use them.
Yeah, but what else am I meant to do? Go to just hope someone in the Tesco aisle is just gonna. We'll drop our pasta at the same time. We'll pick it up and we'll lock eyes, and that'll be it.
Well, I guess it depends.
It'd be beautiful.
It would be very romantic. How did you meet? In the pasty section. All right. I guess then is a choice you got to make about whether you suck it up and deal with a shitty app that doesn't really make up for it, and I hope you then meet, someone from it. But again, there's only so much you can do at the minute with people.
Well, that's the thing.
Or I guess you wait, I suppose, and just wait until you can meet people, like down the pub or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've come to a conclusion that it's actually more stressful trying to find people and trying to, because going on a walk, I love walking. I do a lot of walking with my mates or just on my own or whatever, but going on a walk with someone's cool, but it's not the same. You kind of think, well, what's the etiquette? Well, how do I dress? Do I dress up too much? Do I wear my pajamas? Do you know what I mean? Like, what kind of
PJ walk now? We're talking.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is it what's acceptable? I can't turn up fucking like head to toe dressed up. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the nice thing that I really enjoy about just going on dates. Is you getting dressed up, nice. You know, you get your special perfume out, and you just feel good. And it's nice to be out. I don't know, on a Wednesday night after you finish work, and you get to have a drink, and it's, you know, I just miss the separation between normal life and then, you know, relaxing from that. Whereas I guess at the moment, you know, and then I think for me it would then be really frustrating, because what if it did progress, but you can't do anything? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that is the sort of double-edged sword about it. I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have someone to talk to, I suppose. So
yeah,
it's not a bad thing in like a way to meet friends, I suppose. I thought I saw something a few years ago where the Tinder was going to open up. I think they have actually. Tinder as a company have opened a sister app which is just for friends.
Yeah, I think I've heard about this, but I think also, and I think also some other apps like Bumble, at the beginning they ask you, what are you looking for? A friend, you know, relationship, casual. Yeah. So then you can then go in and just meet friends, which I think is really.
It's a good idea.
It's quite interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know a few people that have done that.
Yeah. Well, it's a good move, because if you're not looking for someone, or you just come out of a relationship, or you don't, you know, you're in a new area, for example, then I think it's an awesome tool, because I mean, I know plenty of mates who've been on Tinder, and they've all got loads of one night stands, they're like, this is shit, I just want to talk to. I'm just like,
look for friends. Yeah,
I think that's a good idea,
because also you might look for friends in women, and then you actually might, you know, and that's actually a better way to start it than it being,
we're gonna start, especially with fucking Tinder, we're gonna start shagging and then
be friends.
No thanks. It's just fucking awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's how you start, you know, in a good relationship. You start off as friends, you get to know each other, and then it goes on. So I think that's the problem with Hinge and everything. There's so much pressure on it all. They just expect all these things, and you're like, hold on a minute, I don't even know your mum's name. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you saying these weird things to me that you wouldn't have said to somebody? You wouldn't have gone up to somebody. That's the thing as well. It's sort of they can say whatever. You know, we're all hiding behind the screen. Yeah. People necessarily wouldn't be as disrespectful in real life if they were to meet you face to face. But on an app, I guess it's frustration. People are bored. They just don't really care. There's no respect. They're just like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to say things and hope for the best. Yeah,
and if you go on, I imagine Tinder's for a very specific reason. So I imagine they're like, why would I be nice?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause we're both here it's perceived that we're all here for the same reason. So why should we play around with all this bullshit around it? Like,
but even if something is casual, there should always be respect.
Yes. What are you talking about when you're saying when people aren't being respectful on these apps? What's happening?
Well, people can send you pictures.
What sort of pictures are you getting, Louise?
Like pictures of cupcakes and books.
Yeah, that's so disrespectful, man.
I'm not going to tell you what pictures are being sent. Ugh.
I can imagine, Louise. I can imagine. I know what some men are like for some reason. Lovely dick pics, everyone. There you go.
It's special.
Oh, it just makes me laugh.
Why?
Like, who thinks that an unsolicited dick pic is a good move?
Yeah. Who think? Yeah, that'll do it.
But it's just like, I love that as like a conversation opener. I'm like, how?
I know.
How is that a good idea?
I know. Or the best is when they're like, do you have Snap? Do you have Snapchat? And I'm like,
no.
Why do you need my Snapchat?
Yeah, we could talk on here.
Yeah. There's obviously a reason.
Yes.
So you can fuck off straight away. Get rid.
That's so fucking childish as well.
Yeah, I know. It's
a mate of mine, he was saying that his mum's got Snapchat. I'm like, what the fuck? She shouldn't be allowed to have
Why
that.
does she? How old is she?
I don't know, 50 something.
Why does she have Snapchat?
I don't know. She just thinks it's funny.
I really don't like it. I rarely use it.
Yeah, same. I'm not a fan.
I only use it to take pictures of my food and send it to people. That's it.
Is that because the camera's better on it? Or?
No. It's just a few people that will just send each other pictures of our food on there.
You know how to live.
I do indeed. You should take some advice from me, to be fair.
Oi. Anyway, I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Yeah. What else isn't respectful?
I think not really asking questions about things or what's wrong.
It's easy for you to reach. Considerate.
Very interesting. I don't know. I think it's. Yeah, I think the conversation. You know, some people might not necessarily. You might be asking questions, but they're not really asking much, or they're not giving much back. Or they won't reply. But like I was chatting to this guy last week, and he would only reply to me at like 7 p.m. So obviously finished work or whatever. And I get people have busy lives, cool. But why are you on here if you're not putting any time into it?
When he did reply at 7, would you then get like a decent conversation?
Yeah, for about 30 minutes, and that'd be it. So it's just like,
yeah,
what is the fucking point?
Yeah, why are you here, man?
Yeah, I wanted to message him like, I just unmatched him. I very much like, I don't care, I don't know you, whatever. You know, if you're not interested, then I'm not interested. But yeah, I think. Yeah, there needs to be respect, whatever you're looking for. You know, you shouldn't objectify people. You shouldn't go on there like, well, that's what you're for. No, that's not the right way to treat people. Do you see what I mean? Even if that is just what you're looking for, fair enough. But, you know, you need to communicate that and...
Yes. Yep.
Just be respectful.
Well, here's the thing, is that if you're going to go on Tinder, 90% of the time is you're there just to have a shag. Which is fine, because we're human animals, is what we do. But you're right, and you can't just... be so obtuse about it. You can't just come out and just be that crude.
Yeah.
Like
no.
you need to make it worthwhile for everyone involved.
Yeah. And you know, you need to have a level of connection with somebody, whether it's even when you just get on, or you have something in common, or you both laugh at something specific. That's it. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be like, oh, we're getting on so well and this that. No, like I understand if that's the agreement or whatever. But yeah, not for me.
I almost think it's worth just doing it like you set one up for me and we just see what happens. Just as like just as a scientific experiment, see what goes on.
It would be interesting,
wouldn't it? Because humour is number one for, well, I think for both of us.
Yeah.
Humour is the number one thing. So you could be average looking in many aspects, but if you're funny, yeah, we're hanging out.
Yeah. But then it also goes the other way. If you're really attractive and the physical attraction's there and everything, but you're not on my wavelength with humour, no.
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It doesn't work.
Well, it's just such a killer. You're just there like, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not feeling this.
They say stuff and I'm like, you're not funny.
Well, and also because humour, a good sense of humour is indicative of intelligence. So if you haven't got a good sense of humour, then you're probably a dumb fuck. And I can't be explaining jokes to you people. That's just stupid.
Yeah. And there's got to be a sense of wit to things. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I love my puns. They've got to be.
God, you cause me so much pain, man.
Why?
Because they're not good.
My puns are fucking good.
All right, give us one.
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
No, that's the purpose of this show.
I have it all on my notes on the phone.
Where's your phone?
Not in here.
Well, why didn't you bring it with you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like to bring my phone with I like to leave it. It doesn't need to be with me all the time.
Good. I mean? Yeah. No, I feel the same.
Ooh,
yeah.
It annoys me.
I got very disappointed with myself this morning.
Why?
It's a Monday, so you get a when we record this, so you get a your phone will tell you what your screen time was for the last week, and it said your phone was up, and I was like, oh no, for an average of 5 hours a day. I was like, what the fuck am I doing for 5 hours a day?
Yeah, surely the podcast is gonna push it up if you're videoing.
I don't think I used it last week.
Did you not do it with Tash last week?
No, it was the week before.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? I think it's just genuinely just like checking
shit. This is the thing, yeah, you don't realise.
I'm just like,
Yeah, I know, and that's how I feel. Sometimes I just throw my phone onto my bed and shut the door, and
Well, because I got this sync to it, but this I put on mute most of the time, so I have it just so I can tell the time, and I can whenever I'm reading, I'll read something like that's pretty good, or I'll find a word and I can just text it to myself, and then I can just be like, I'll look at it later.
So it's easy and it's quick.
Yeah.
And I guess if someone is contacting you, like say mum was ringing you,
it will still come through.
Yeah, then you've got that there. But I really feel like it's a negative object.
Mm-hmm.
It really does feel like it's got a presence. It's weird. And I also, do my best to be present when I'm with people, to not be on my phone, because I'm here with you, but having a conversation with somebody else, to me, that's not what I want to be doing.
No, I think it's very juvenile as well, because like when we all got like, our first smartphone, we'd all just be like hanging out, just be like.
Yeah.
But it made sense because A, we were like 17 or whatever, and B, it was we'd all just got it, so it was like, oh, this is all new and exciting, and you'd probably be comparing stuff like, look at this, look at that, I can do this, I can do that, whatever. Oh, did you get this? Did you get this? You compare like apps and games and whatever. So it kind of made sense. But like now, you're like, we all know what it does.
Yeah.
Just fucking leave it.
But I think the only thing that I will say, and I've done this before, is when I get anxious about someone that I'm messaging or I've got to reply to somebody or whatever, then I'll just do it. I won't even think about who I'm around, but that who I am around.
Yeah.
But I've not done that for a while.
What do you mean?
It's only rarely. Well, that like if I'm texting somebody and I feel like I'm not secure enough with them to leave it and not reply.
Oh, to have a break in a conversation.
Yeah. So I feel like, oh god, I need to keep this going. But now I haven't had that for a while. But sometimes,
Oh yeah.
We all get that where we're just like.
See, I'm the opposite when I'm. See, I'm on the other side of that where I'm
not tired. Sorry, carry on.
Rude. I'm on the other side of that. It's been really weird. Like I haven't had this in ages. It kind of turns itself on and off. But I'll be like checking my phone to see if I've got anything, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I know. It's wasting so much time.
I'm like, I put this thing. I was like, piss off.
Also, quickly, I just yawned. Can I apologise for the first podcast that we did? So I yawned a lot, but I was very tired and I had like minimal amount of sleep.
Why are you apologising?
Because I just felt really rude.
Who are you apologising to? Me or them? Me? Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sorry. It happens. It slips out. I can't help it. I'm a yawner.
It's fine. I burp and then I just go, excuse me, because I'm a polite, effete gentleman.
What does effete mean?
I have no idea. I heard it once from Mystery Men.
Did you just make that up?
No, it's from Mystery Men. It was like.
So you don't know what it means? It might not be related to this at all.
I think it means like, cultured. It's the Blue Raja who's like, when he's caught, when his mum catches him like stealing the cutlery.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And she's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm a superhero, mother.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, a superhero.
Is that Hank Azaria?
Yeah. He's like,
so
effete.
Good.
Yeah. He's like, I'm an effete British man, and I'm stealing your cutlery because I heard it. It's so good.
Oh, that film was good.
And she's like, you need more forks.
Fucking hell.
Oh, okay. There you go. Example of Louise de la Harpe pun there, everyone.
Yeah, but it's not even a pun. It's just
it was.
Play on
Fork. Yeah, that's what a pun is.
Precisely.
Oh, God. You're just proving
just
my point.
Wonderful.
Oh, no.
I could go on.
Go on.
I shan't. I can't give it all away at once. Jesus.
Yeah, that's true. Man, you cause me pain. You know that, right?
Thank you.
That's right.
But you do too when you force me to do workouts.
You asked me to help you do a workout. What workout did we do today, Louise? Come
on. So we were doing legs and glutes.
We
did. What did we start with? Would you call it an elevated squat? Because my heels were up on the plates. Not like food plates, but like
shit nugget. Yes.
Weight plates.
Yes.
So elevated squats, and we're doing 4 sets of 10, and then Romanian deadlifts. 4 sets of 10, and that was with a Z bar and some plates. Then we did Bulgarian split squats. Oh, that was hard.
I feel like we're really picking on Eastern Europe with our exercises.
I know, very much so.
Bulgarian and Romanian. There you go.
Estonian hip thrusts.
Yeah, we can do that. We should just name them all that.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it, they've all done it.
Yeah, Polish bench press.
Yeah, precisely.
I think it's more of a Russian bench press technically, but
I mean, I would say so. Yeah.
Actually, no, it's a Russian kettlebell swing because they.
And then you got Russian
kettlebells.
Twists.
Oh yeah, they already got something. All right, we'll go with Estonian kettlebells then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sorry, that was very rude. I interrupted you.
I don't know what I was saying.
You did Bulgarian split squats.
Oh yeah, yes, that's 4. So it's 4 sets of 10, but obviously on each leg. So it was obviously technically more sets. But It was good. I feel it already.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I've still got to do my walk today as well.
Yeah, same. I haven't got one in yet. Yeah.
Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm knackered. I've done so much today.
Fine.
All right, cool. I'm not doing it.
No, you're doing it. To be fair, it depends what time we finish this. So.
Yeah, and also I've got to make dinner.
Exactly.
And also I made a cake today. So.
What's going on with your? So which cake was that? Just a chocolate one?
Yeah. So my friend, she asked me to do a birthday cake for her friend. So she just said chocolate and do what you want. Nice. So I did a 2-tiered chocolate cake, made chocolate buttercream for the middle, fudge icing around the sides and around the top to seal it all in, and then I piped the rest of the buttercream on the top, sprinkles around so it's like different coloured sprinkles, and then chocolate like curls, and then I piped in melted white chocolate happy birthday on the top.
Nice.
And then I put sprinkles, half chocolate curls around one side and then half the other ones around the other side. So yeah, I've delivered that. That's done.
Nice.
I've got quite a few more deliveries to do tomorrow, so yeah, it's a busy start to the week, to be fair. But it's just been so nice to have a purpose again. Like obviously I have my job and everything, but you know, we're not working
not exactly
at the moment.
Fucking working, are you?
Yeah. So I just thought, why not do something on the side? You know, this isn't going to be my life now, my career, but it's just
gives you something to do.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know, it's just to friends and family and friends of friends and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'm not blowing up and I'm not intending to, but it's just keep me busy doing some baking. I've not baked for years properly. I mean, I used to do a lot. I used to work in the pastry section. I used to do a lot of that kind of stuff, but it's nice to finally get back into it, and it's just really nice that people are so appreciative and people have come back for more, and I've done a lot of postage, so sending them off, which has been really good, and I can't believe how fast things get to places.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Because of everything going on, you'd think that the postal service would be really slow. But I posted something about, I don't know, 1:30 in an afternoon to Glasgow, and it was there the next morning. What?
Well, you must have literally hit the collection time.
Well, yeah. But but it's every single time I've taken things in that it's literally the next day in the morning.
Well, I think they probably got a handle on it. I think just to begin with all of this shit, they probably didn't have a clue what was going on, because they were like just getting used to it.
Especially around Christmas, that was real.
Well, if you're looking at, I think that's just Christmas in general. But if you're looking at from the April, when everyone will be like, okay, what the hell are we doing? Supply chains and postage and who's working, who isn't working, how do we contact, how do we not contact, safety, all that sort of shit. I think, then they were like just kind of trying to feel it out and just seeing what they could or couldn't do. Whereas now I think they're like, yeah, we pretty much got it. And it's probably easier now because there's less vehicles on the road, so they probably can travel and drop it off easier and quicker. Probably, I'd say. But yeah, I mean, Christmas is, I think we were both at the post office during Christmas. I think that's just Christmas in general. I don't think there's anything different, because people are just giving out gifts and stuff, cards even.
But I do think of all the people that were going to give presents to people.
Good point.
And then they're like, you can't go anywhere. Okay, fuck, well, I'm going to have to post it.
Yeah, very good point.
Because I've never, not that I've done many postings around Christmas time, but I've never seen a queue out the door like that. That was like a queue in the shop and then a queue all the way down the road.
Back, yeah, that was weird.
That's ridiculous. So I don't feel, I think you're right. Christmas is definitely busy, but I feel like this time it was just that little bit busier. Excuse me.
You're forgiven. Yeah, I think it's the combination of stuff. I think it's Christmas. People can't get their presents because of the lockdown shit, and then equally they've got to, because normally I'd imagine they'd queue inside the building, but because they've got rules on how many people they can be in.
Exactly.
Then they're going to push them out the door. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, because even if there was loads of things that we would have all squished in and got curved around, to the other aisles.
It's so bizarre. I mean, I am a self-admitted idiot, but I'm trying to work out on. So you've got the post office, which is a certain size, and then you've got a supermarket literally next to it, which has way more people in it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out the proportion difference. Is the smaller one more of a threat because it's smaller, so it can't hold more people?
I guess so.
Or is the other one so it's less of a threat because there's more space, even though it's an enclosed building.
I was going to say it's enclosed, so surely it wouldn't.
Yeah, surely
make a
surely the
difference.
numbers should be exactly the same for any.
And also, I just love that they say like you can't mix households, but you can go to the shop, which is full of like 15 people.
But you can't, for argument's sake, you can't go to a mate's house wearing a mask.
Yeah.
For argument's sake.
Yeah, because exactly. If you wore a mask if we were going by their logic.
Yeah.
If you wore a mask to a mate's house,
it'd be the same as going to the shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And technically that would be safer because there's less people.
Yeah.
Less transmissions and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's just like, I mean, let's not talk about COVID.
No. Well, that was our penny in.
Yeah.
Done.
That's it.
Yeah, we're out.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Thank you very much.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Clearly, I'm the singer of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Louise is terrible.
It's a bit harsh.
But, the truth hurts.
Moderately average.
The truth hurts. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually am a singer.
Say what?
I am a singer. Well, that's not like my profession or anything, but I can hold a tune.
I definitely can't. My voice just keeps breaking. I think it's because I just sing from my neck as opposed to from my diaphragm. And they're like, oh God, I don't know.
But I think you're slightly tone deaf.
Probably.
I think a little bit, because every time we sing something, you'll sing. You'll sing not even a different octave, but because that would be fine. But yeah, you definitely sing a different tune to what we're singing. But it's interesting. What was it? we were sharing. I showed you a song or something in the car. I think this is off topic, but I remember you saying, like, I would point out little bits of voices or ad libs or guitar bits, and you'd be like, I can't hear it. And then you said that it's because drums is your instrument, so that's all you hear. Whereas for me, singing, piano, guitar, whatever, I just notice all the different layers. It's interesting.
It's not that I can't hear stuff. I just don't. I have to focus more.
Okay, like almost tune your ears to hear it.
Yeah, my brain is geared to number one, drums.
Yeah.
And number two, whatever's driving the song. So whether that's piano, guitar, or lyrics, I'll pick out those.
That's the main focus.
Yeah. Whereas the back stuff, I've no idea. Like, for example, I can hear the bass in "Take the Power Back" by Rage Against the Machine because it's the driving thing. Or I can hear the vocals in any Linkin Park song because that's the melody. And I can hear I'm trying to think. I can hear the guitar from "Holiday" by Green Day. You know. Yeah,
but that's. I think you obviously you can hear different instruments, but I think, for example, with someone like a band like the 1975, you probably don't notice, from the sounds of it, just assuming, you probably don't notice as much as I might do.
Definitely not. Or Tame Impala's a case in one.
Okay.
Because the boys are trying to show me that, and I'm there like,
wow,
literally no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, how can you not hear that? I was like, I've no idea what you're talking about.
But it's really interesting, isn't it? It's really interesting because I feel like Dad can pick up on this. I think he's in the middle, but I feel like he definitely can pick up on little bits. But also, what I love is I listen to music a lot, all the time, as you know, because it's always on.
Never get a fucking break. I'm joking. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much always on. Where was my boy going with this?
It's funny because you listen to music all the time. Dad picks up in the middle. He's in the middle.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, I really love it because I listen to music over and over and over again, same shit, and I'll add new stuff, but predominantly there's my real favourites. But I love it when, even though I've listened to a song for 6 months or however long, all of a sudden I notice something, and it's like, oh fuck, I've never heard this before. But all of a sudden I can hear like this little ding ding ding, or something, I don't know, something that's like really, or an offbeat, or there's something in there that I've never ever noticed. And also, I think I've told you this fact before, but it's to do with your heart rate as well, at what tempo you hear songs. So sometimes I listen to a song and I think, what's happened here? Because the pace of it is really slow, or fuck, it's really fast. But it actually is to do with your heart rate, that actually then slows or quickens up music. It's really interesting. But yeah.
So if you've got a slower heart rate, that means you'll hear the music slower, or it will appear faster.
No, I think it will appear slower if you've got a slower heart rate.
So your ear changes it to match what your heart rate is.
Yeah. I think that because I remember it was very obvious. I think it was a 1975 song. I think it was somebody else, and I remember listening to it, and I literally was like, "What has happened to this recording?" Because it's really, really slow. Like, it just sounded so ridiculously different. And then I googled it, like, why do songs sometimes sound slower or faster? And I think that, I remember that was along those lines of to do with your heart rate, which I thought was really interesting.
See, mine, I get it from I've had that from weirdly only one song, and that was One More Night by Maroon 5.
Okay.
But I've had it like 7 times.
Okay,
it's just different. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just keeps sticking with me. I think because I listened to it so much, but it just kept sticking with me. I was like, how does this song keep changing when I listen to it? I'm weird, like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
But because I thought it was like a mental game, because I did something. I used to do it. I don't know whether it was like with that or like a separate thing. But I used to do something where I deliberately try and. It's hard to explain. In my head, I try and count the beat a little bit slower.
Okay.
And then it would.
And then it would slow it.
It would seem to slow it because but it would literally be like a few beats slower. Like, it wouldn't be much. I was trying to like do it in my head just to try and count it a little bit differently. I don't know what use that has.
I think I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I think it does happen. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well, you can change the count on stuff, which makes things very interesting. So instead of just being like a 4/4, you can have a, I don't know, a 12/8 or like an 8/16 or something. 16/8, sorry.
Yeah, I really have lost a lot of my musical terminology. Well, not even the terminology, but just the understanding. Like, I understand 4/4, but did you say 12/8?
Yeah, so it's 12/8. Yeah. It's.
Why would you not call it 6/4s?
Because it's faster. So you have like 3/4, which is like 1, 2, 3, like that kind of thing. No, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that.
Yeah.
But then you got 6/8, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So it's triplets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 12/8 is the same thing, just a bigger bar. So it would become like that. So I look at it in terms of drum beats. Yeah. So like, obviously a 3/4 is a 3/4 because that's a phrase. But then a 6/8 is called a 6/8 because you just extend the phrase and repeat it. Is what I'm looking at. And then 12/8 is just double that again.
Oh, so because that is the bar, isn't it?
Yeah. So say in 3/4 you only have 3 beats happen. That's why it's 3/4, and then it repeats. And then 6/8 you've got 6 beats happen, and then it repeats. But so it's different. So the phrasing's different. That's why it's.
Yeah, no,
goes up and up and up.
It's making a lot of sense to me now. It's coming back to me.
So that's why the counting is just for drumming. Like it's because of drumming that you have that different time signatures.
Okay, yeah.
Because like piano, you don't need it because if you're playing it just by yourself, you don't need to stay in time. Like you can speed up and slow down, and that will make a piano sound beautiful because it adds to the flow.
Yeah,
like
very much.
If you had I'm so dumb, Claire de Lune. That speeds up and slows down,
yeah, very
and
much
it's
so.
amazing
and
because
also,
of it.
You know, technical terms here, with the crescendos and diminuendos.
Oh, no one's gonna know what that means.
So crescendo is when it gets louder, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
And then diminuendo is obviously diminishes. It gets quieter. But yeah, you're right. If you played music without changing the pace, without changing the volume, without changing the intensity of the beats as well.
If it was a solo instrument, it'd be so dull.
Yeah, it'd be so boring. You need all those variations.
Yeah. Fucking hell, imagine playing Claire de Lune just like did. Yeah,
that
you was like, oh, this is shit.
Boring.
This is a robot playing this or something.
Was it Debussy?
Yeah.
What was Debussy thinking?
I mean, what kind of name is that? Debussy.
I like it.
He's got a big Debussy.
You're going to get on Debussy?
See, I'm thinking Boosie like booty, but you're thinking Boosie like bus. Okay, yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, booty. Either way.
Oh, Debussy.
Yeah.
The old Debussy.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I was going to say. What was the other one that I was going to get confused with?
What, a composer?
I was going to say Fair Release for some reason. I don't know why. Same thing though. Same thing.
Yeah.
Beethoven.
Yeah, because that's very much like it swings, doesn't it? Yeah, because he speeds up. But then you also think that's the conductor's. You know, that is what the conductor does as well. Is he then sort of goes? You know, he literally he physically goes like fast and slow and fast.
I'd be fascinated to know actually how the hell they do that shit because I'm looking at like I have no idea what you're doing.
It is absolutely mental.
Is this louder? Is this louder? I don't know.
Well, that's Finnish, isn't it?
I know nothing.
But didn't our piano teacher teach you? We did. Remember, we did some.
We did. He taught me the time signatures, but not the conductor movements. So this was a time signature. That's how he counted it.
But at the end of that, he didn't then go.
Oh, I can't remember.
He probably did, because I remember doing that.
I can't remember.
I remember before you. I think he did.
For the purposes of this story, he did.
Precisely.
I gave you the comfy chair. What are you complaining about?
Oh, I'm just a mess today, so just ignore me. Why is it every time that I think I'm going to do a podcast with you, I'm knackered? I'm absolutely shattered. Maybe it's you. Maybe you make my energy deplete just being around you. I'm like,
could be. It could make a lot of sense.
I mean, it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, well, excuse me. Considering our original plan was 9 a.m. and that was 6 hours ago.
What do you mean our original plan? What, to do a podcast?
Yeah, you said 9 a.m. last week.
No,
yes, you did.
No, I said 9 a.m. for training.
Why
would I do a podcast at 9 a.m? What's wrong with you?
That's a good move. Get it out, get bright and early, full of energy, full of pep.
Yeah, good point.
And I was like, yeah, go get her. I like it, Lou. Well done.
Good point. Can I just say I'm very excited for my full English for dinner?
I know it's going to be good. You've got, yeah.
What's the time?
3:30.
Beautiful. Do you want to know what we're having?
I do, and they all want to know as well.
I'll tell you. Smoked bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Cumberland sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Beans.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll ask you a question in a second. Eggs. Spinach. That's it. I know everyone's thinking, where's the hash browns? I understand. But I'm trying to be a little bit healthier, so...
Which is why we're having a full English for dinner.
Yeah, but it's protein and high fat. Low
True.
carb. Obviously, the beans aren't fantastic, but I'm only going to have a little bit. And then spinach. And I love a bit of buttered spinach. Who doesn't? What I was going to ask you was, very important question. What is your favourite type of egg? Now, don't try and be smart here. I mean, how's it cooked? Not like, I like it from hens from Alabama. What happened? Carry on. I'm listening.
Does someone just turn up?
God, I make myself feel sick.
Yeah, likewise. Well, the epitome of what the highest realised potential of an egg is, of course, an omelette.
Interesting.
Because that is the greatest compliment that eggs can be made from. Beyond that, see, we were raised on scrambled eggs,
yes,
which to this day I will always have a soft spot for. But the problem is, I only like it if it's in a white bread sandwich covered in butter and ketchup. Whereas,
yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Whereas,
oh my god.
Because I can literally taste it right now.
Me too.
But objectively, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna kill me. So I'm just like, I'm not doing this.
But I made scrambled egg the other day with our full English that we had last week.
So that worked because it was with other things. Okay. So you had it with the beans, the mushrooms, sausage, bacon. I was like, cool. Whereas like if I had a bowl of scrambled egg, I'd be like, this is fine, but it's not.
Egg.
Remember when we started making it with cheese?
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's very good. What about you?
Wait, no. So with your
son of a
goodness,
bitch.
sorry. With your full English, what would be your egg that you'd order? Is what I was asking.
Scrambled.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No.
Okay, right. I was very confused.
Why?
I thought you were leading somewhere.
No.
So you won't go fried or? I'm not disregarding your opinion. I'm just questioning it.
Yeah, I mean, a boiled egg's my least favourite. Then probably poached.
Okay.
Yeah, then fried and then scrambled at the top.
Interesting.
Yeah,
and then omelette way at the top.
Well, because a boiled egg, if someone took the shell, oh my god, I'm so lazy. I just. So with a boiled egg, it's always a coin flip. It's either this is gonna be great because I'm gonna bash it in, peel it off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did it. Or it's gonna go horribly wrong, and I'm then having to pick off bits of shell for a couple of minutes. Like,
I understand what you mean.
This fucking egg. And then yeah. But if you get it all off and you're there just like, oh, look at that.
But what about dippy soldiers?
No, again, it's bread. I'm like, no.
Yeah, but in an ideal world, if bread didn't have this effect on you, dippy soldiers.
Same again though. It doesn't bother me. Don't do anything for me.
But it just makes me feel like I'm a hen again or whatever. It just takes me back to my childhood. Like,
yeah, I feel that.
Dipping the toast in all the yolk comes up.
Well, that's different as well, because then again, the reason I don't like it is because if you want to do that, you've got to carve. You don't smash it in. You chop the top off.
Yeah.
And then you're there like, great, I've got like a quarter of an egg in a shell, which I then can't get it out of. And you're like,
you take it out of the shell.
But I'm never fucking peel it out. It never works so easy for me. So I can go like that, and then I'm like, oh, it's on the floor now.
I know,
or
but
I'm
it's
like,
because it's you, though, isn't it?
Leave me alone.
You struggle with these.
It's first world problems, Louise. Leave me alone, man.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, it is.
These are first world problems.
Yeah. Well, this is something that's going to be close to home for a lot of people because it's quintessentially English to have boiled eggs.
I just love it. And you've got to put cracked black pepper and sea salt in it. You've got to have black pepper and eggs.
Got to, but
it tastes so good. Even like when we used to do cheese toasties, didn't we?
Oh,
under the grill with black pepper. You just need black pepper. It's beautiful. I love black pepper.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking it was actually ridiculous how many of those I'd have a night.
Yeah, you ate a lot.
I'd have like 4.
Yeah, you ate a lot.
Because it was so good.
It smelled so good as well.
And it was so delicious. And I'm so
easy.
bourgeois. I had Edam on it. Didn't have any of this cheddar. Yeah, it was just, I was just put lovely. But it was always a system is that oven on, toast in for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Off, cheese on, so it's already a bit melted. Black pepper in, watch.
Bubble.
Grab. There you go. So just start to bubble.
Oh,
you pull it right out.
I could eat that right now.
That shit was good. Well, what did we do once? I think we put tomato puree on it. So we put all over it and then put the cheese on, then put that in. It's basically just like a pizza.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? I remember at school they used to do pizzas, or we're making our own pizzas. But it was for the sauce, it was tomato puree. Oh God, fucking disgusting. Because tomato puree is to enhance flavours and it's to be cooked out. You've got to fry it off because it's basically a tomato concentrate. It's just like it's bitter. There's not a nice tomato flavour. Whereas you get a pizza tomato sauce. Like Mum was making pizzas the other day, and she said, "Oh, I just bought a pasta sauce jar." So then all in the inside of that sauce is herbs,
rings,
basil, oregano, hopefully not. Do you know what I mean? Vinegar, flavours, sugar, salt. It's all balanced. It's all ready to eat. Whereas puree, it's not. So putting puree underneath and then oh God, no. Oh,
it's lazy man,
That's horrible. Yeah, but how much harder is it to buy a jar and scoop it out than it is to try and get tomato puree out for like X amount of kids? That's more stressful. Whereas pass the jar around, swish it around, and then whack cheese on, put it in the oven, done. And then I remember they also used to cop out and give us pita breads instead of pizza, as in like pita bread instead of like a pizza.
What they serve?
So, make your own pizza. It's a pita bread. It's not a fucking pizza. Oh, don't get me started. Amateurs, I tell you, it annoys me.
If you could reform any aspect of school,
oh God, where do I begin?
What would you do? Not primary school, secondary school.
Okay, go more in depth with that.
Okay, let's split it up. So let's specifically go for the food part of it. Because it was an open question, so you can. The original question is any aspect of school or secondary.
When you say the food, do you mean the food that we were given to buy and eat, or the food that we made in class?
Pick one. I'll be interested to see which one you go for.
So the food that we bought and ate, brilliant.
I agree.
Absolutely fucking brilliant. Because I remember when I first got there in year 7, it was the old stage, wasn't it? The old hall, and they did used to do these pizza puff things. Pardon me. Oh, there's a yawn. Sorry. Oh, I like ran the heart.
So disrespectful. This is.
Sorry. Anyway, I'll carry on. So do you remember the pizza puffs? Which was basically like puff pastry but tomato sauce and cheese through it. Oh my goodness, they were amazing. And then obviously they did the cheese tomato paninis. That's all I really remember getting. And then they redid the whole canteen, and it was all like fingerprint stuff, and it was really cool. But I used to eat so much food. Mum would give me a tenner for the week, and I'd spend it in a day.
It was the flapjacks that got me. The flapjacks and the cookies. I'd always go like after school as they were freshly made.
And they're warm and melting in your napkin, and you're just like, oh, yeah, and you'd eat them on the way home, on the walk back.
It was the cookies you had on the spot. It was a flapjack. You waited a little bit, and you ate it later. You're like,
see, I'm not a flapjack person.
See, it was so sickly. It was delicious, but they're like,
yeah, well, it's basically sugar and oats. That's pretty much butter.
But then they like dropped it in like a vat of golden syrup and then put it on a tray, and when you're like, Christ. Oh my god,
Jesus Christ,
very good though.
But the cookies, and I always loved. I can literally taste it. I can smell it. I can see it. The pasta pots they used to do.
Yes.
And they used
that
to put
was
mozzarella
when they
on
redid
top.
everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, so this is the new canteen.
Yeah.
But the pasta pots, and they were really big, and they get all sorts of different ones every day. You'd have meatballs, or you'd have chicken, or just really good. Cheesy like mac and cheese ones.
Oh, what was one? It was a coronation chicken, the baguette I used to get.
Oh yeah, the coronation chicken. I love coronation chicken.
Yeah, there would always be there would always be a rush for it.
Yeah, but you have to. I can't be doing with sultanas in it.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's tradition though, but it's disgusting. I know. The English curry.
What made in Birmingham?
They put sultanas in it. Yeah, it's fucking nasty. Don't know why they do that. Trying to think what else. Because muffins.
They're rank.
Precisely.
Blueberry muffins.
Well, the blueberry, but I also remember this one, which was like chocolate orange, and then it had a little icing thing on the top. I don't know. I just always remember it was like filled in the middle. But oh my god, it just was just amazing. But I'd spend all my money in one day, and it would be one sitting, and then I'd have to go. Oh, I went into minus. You could go into minus. So I was in like a little canteen overdraft, and I was like, literally like. I'm 15, and I remember her saying to me like, "You're 15 pounds under," and I'm like, "I know. Give me the 3 cookies, please. Thank you very much. Thank you for your business."
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could go into when I realised you go to the minus, I was like,
you were like, "It's open season."
Yeah,
let's
I'm cool
go.
now.
Yeah.
I'm cool because I'm not fucking paying for it, and I'd end up like 30 pounds under.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
And it was annoying when they.
Meant to do.
It was annoying when they made it all digital because. Mum could just look up and be like, "Oi," and you're like,
I know. Because also sometimes she wouldn't look, and I'd just say to her, "Oh, can you top it up again?" But that would just take away my overdraft, so I still wouldn't have any food.
You still have no money, yeah.
But I think in the end, people would buy me stuff. Like mates would buy, And
there was a limit you could put onto it a week. Like you couldn't just keep topping up every week. You had to wait to the beginning of the next week to put a certain amount on.
Yeah, I can't remember. Sorry.
Fucking hell,
Sorry,
mate.
I'm not bored. I'm really engaged.
What is the problem, man?
I'm just tired.
It's fucking rude is what you are.
I've had a tiring day. Tiresome. Tireful.
The second one works.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she could see. I just very quickly want to go back to the eggs because I didn't say what my ones are. Can I say what my ones are?
I asked and you said.
You did, and then I went back to scrambled egg. I think this happens a lot. I
We're
go off tangent.
just gonna keep going back on previous conversations.
Okay, well let's do eggs, and then we'll do back to canteen.
School
or
reformation.
back to school. Yeah. Right, very quickly.
I'm going back to school. That's a song by the Deftones. Carry on.
Oh, I care so much.
You should.
Right. So my favourite egg. Fried.
Yep.
Boiled. Poached. Scrambled. Omelette is fucking way down there.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Me and omelette, I don't just. It's so boring.
What? What, a boiled egg is better than an omelette? What's wrong with you, man?
100%.
No.
Do you know why? Because I'm not lazy and I peel them and I eat them, so I thoroughly enjoy them.
Dude, an omelette you can put anything in it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying an only egg. I'm not saying an only egg omelette. I'm saying cheese, sweet corn, mushroom, pepper.
I get it.
Bacon,
potato. Yes, potatoes.
Ah,
you're welcome.
That's Louise's impression of an Indian accent.
Well, I'm Sri Lankan, so
Louise's attempt at a Sri Lankan accent. Can you say potatoes again, please?
Potatoes.
Okay.
You want some potatoes?
Oh God, it's not.
It's fucking good.
It's not. It's not a good accent.
Well, to be fair, it's more of like a King Julian I'm going for.
No. King Julian's like this. That's King Julian.
Potatoes.
No, because at the end you go potatoes. That's what you do.
I don't change my voice. Potatoes.
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you do. You don't hear yourself.
You talk like this shit.
No.
Yeah.
That's fine. The audience will let us know. They'll be the true judges. They are impartial. They will say. Please comment below on Louise's city accent.
Canteen. School. Right, what was yours? Thingy that we were talking about.
My what?
I don't know. What's the reform?
My question was, what would be school reform for you?
What's reform?
Fucking hell. You just thought I was talking about food. You were just listing it
Yeah,
all
I did. Yeah, I got into it as an opportunity. Yeah. Oh, what do I love?
Fucking hell.
I love food.
My question was, if you could, what would you reform about school? So what would you change? What would you change?
Instead, I just told you about how I was in an overdraft and I ate cookies and pot pasta.
I mean, it's very educational, but it wasn't answering the question. What would you change about school?
What would I change? Okay, right, sorry.
So, anything.
Okay. What would I change?
Bring back corporal punishment, whatever.
No,
Let teachers hit kids again.
Well, some of the kids,
yeah,
definitely fucking punch them in the face. I would. If I was allowed, I would.
Well, I mean, fortunately in my year, we kind of did that for the
anyway.
teachers, so
Yeah, fair
we
play.
kind of sorted it out.
What would I change? To be fair, the actual school teachers, the curriculum, I wouldn't say was the issue. It was just the people.
Okay. So quite a simple solution is no more children then.
Or just put nice people in.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that.
That's just my personal suggestion. I don't know. I think, to be honest, I felt like I was quite lucky. I got on with quite a lot of my teachers. Some of them I just really did not give a shit, and I was a bit of an arsehole, to be honest. And they probably think I'm still an arsehole, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I think, I wouldn't say necessarily the actual school side of it. I quite enjoyed studying, and homework and revising was a bitch, but it was still nice to engage my brain and to learn things like French I was so good at, and English and everything, but now it's gone.
Well, yeah, French hasn't gone.
Yeah, I mean,
and your English, it's
not good. It's not the best. I don't know what I was saying. French,
yeah. French hasn't gone.
Yeah, because also I have my friends who are from France.
But you wouldn't have been able to do anything with them if you didn't have French to begin with.
This is true. Yeah, because I was sort of
roughly
translating with words and like actions and stuff, because I didn't know full sentences. But I could say something to her and she'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I understand now." So it has helped, and obviously knowing that mum is fluent really helps. And my accent's always been there, so that's never going to go. But yeah, I really want to get back on the language. So, diverting. What would you change about school?
Probably be the curriculum, I suppose, because I mean...
Oh yeah, I'm going to add to that. Keep going.
Who gives a shit about limestone? Like, what the... Like... I get it. I'm sure it is fairly necessary for some things. I can't actually remember what it's used for now, which is probably something really useful, like concrete or something. But I'm like, why am I learning about this? Like, because from the people we know who either, family and friends who are in the construction business, they didn't learn it about fucking school. They learned about it because they got a job there and they got showed on the job how to do it. So I'm like, it's one of those things that you don't learn about in a book. Like, you're not going to learn about bricklaying in a book. You go,
you do.
You do an apprenticeship, or you go to someone who does it, and you learn from them while you watch them and they teach you how to do it, because it's a physical thing, you know. And same thing like limestone. I'm in my head again. I'm so sorry. I am a self-confessed idiot. I have no idea what limestone does. Just say concrete, but like, you're only going to learn about it if you're in that business, or you're going to go to become a builder, and then you're going to learn how to lay foundations and shit. It's like, what's the point?
Because also, even if you'd learned about all of that in school, and then you decided to then become a master of limestone, you would...
It's a good title.
But you wouldn't have learned anything from school. You would go on to go to college, or you'd go to do a degree. But what you learn from school this is not in depth enough. To benefit you. And
I guess you can't, because take limestone as an example. It's so specific that they're like,
why do I need to know this?
Yeah, I mean, barely 1% of the pupils are going to use this, whatever.
But also, they teach us about limestone and trigonometry and all that stuff.
Trig makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, yep. I get that, but I also think, why do they not teach us about mortgages? Why do they not teach us about stamp duty, estate agents, how to sell a house, chains,
stock market?
Yeah, everything that you need in life, they didn't tell you.
Yep.
They might have done one day every couple of months called PSHC Day, which I bunked a few of because they were shit.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
And I mean, the good ones that they did was they got real life ex-prisoners in.
Yeah,
that was really good. And ex-alcoholics, which just really, that's
yeah, that was good.
That's involving you in the real world and giving you a bit of a reality check to say, don't fucking, fuck your life up.
Yeah.
But that was brilliant. So that kind of thing, really sort of socially educational. Would you say that? I think that's great. Actually listening to people's life experiences. But if we're doing PSHD Day about, I don't even know what kind of crap we used to do, but just all sorts of shit.
I had to make it like a tower using just tape and newspapers.
What the fuck has that done for me in my life?
Why? Why am I doing this?
It's just pointless bollocks. Whereas, teach me about insurance and mortgages and how to get a credit card and what an overdraft is, because I don't have a fucking clue. And then I'm $2,000 in debt. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just get you out the door and that's it. They don't care about when you actually become an adult. And
I agree.
Life.
Because the thing, the thing with that, that is arguably it's either extreme negligence or they do it deliberately, so you don't know, so you're not gonna have a clue. But
maybe.
I just think the school as well is it's just a one size fits all approach to people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, some of my best mates are just like, I'm not gonna. I struggle so hard to pay attention to this.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna bother.
Yeah, and then the teacher's like, oh, you're gonna screw up your future and everything, and they're like, I look at them now. They're on fucking good money, and I'm just there like, well, obviously they haven't. So I'm just like,
because you don't need to be an academic to succeed at all. You think there's so many people out there that, whether it's a chef or a builder or just a very practical or creative
builder,
job.
plumber, electrician, painter, author, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You don't fucking need to do well at school.
No.
But I agree. I think. But then I also, what would be the alternative?
I can only speak for what works for me, because I know how my brain works. I guess it'd be teaching people how to think. I think I heard Ricky Gervais say it really well 8 years ago. He was saying that you want to teach children the quest for knowledge and the hunger and the curiosity. You want to feed that, so they're always trying to find new things, new experiences, learn more.
Yeah.
So as opposed to just teaching them facts, you want them to question them and make them really think. And I was like, that's a really good point, because you'd make them want to learn more, even if it's like, if they say, I really want to know how beds are made. You're like, that's fine. Go learn how they're made, and where the wood comes from, where it's sourced from, who makes it, how the package is. Because then you're looking at gathering the wood, varnishing, logistics, transport, money, all that sort of stuff, and then all the other parts come into it. It'll be like finance. You'll be looking at profit and loss, cost of benefit ratio, all that sort of stuff. So that's just interesting. That comes from beds, when you can you can do about anything. You can do bookcases, books, water, Thames water. Well, how do we get our water? How is it cleaned? Where is it stored? Where do we get it from? What happens to the rainwater, the sewage system, filtration, all that sort of stuff. But it's just, you're not going to know that unless you give them the option. So you just need to teach them. It's so easy just to say than so hard to do. But you need to teach them a way to try and make it as open as possible, to expose them to as much as they can and see what they like, and then have that opportunity open for them. Because it's not natural to take children, especially. I don't think I could ever be a secondary school teacher. I could be a primary school teacher because kids are adorable. But secondary school teacher, you're trying to take budding adults who are just hitting puberty. Yeah. You stick them in a classroom for 50 minutes, 6 times a day, surrounded by, if they're lucky, girls and boys. But so you've then got to somehow deal with your own maturing hormones and physical changes. You're trying to understand yourself, then also interacting with other people and because you're in hitting puberty, everyone's energy levels are way up here.
Yeah.
And you've got to make them sit and focus on these really mundane, boring tasks when all they want to be doing is running around playing with each other, or laughing, or kissing each other, or like just discovering what it's like to be a human and grow up and everything. And you're just like, you force them to sit, and they're like,
I know.
And some will respond to it, of course. Some will. Yeah. Most won't.
But the thing is, it is down to the teacher, because even people that would normally fuck around in other classes, you will get it that we're all engaged, that we're all interested, that we're all, that's the thing. I think it is very much down to the teacher, though. You might have a shit curriculum, but it's what you do with it.
True. Very true. We had our deputy head of the school take over a business lesson once because our teacher was ill. And usually the business we were doing was so fucking dull. I can't remember any of it, but it was just like, it literally was nothing to do with business. It was just like, I can't remember what it was. But it was so boring. We were just like, okay, fine, just tick a box, whatever. But this guy came in and he said, right, when it snows, where'd you get your sledges from? And we were like, B&Q. And he was like, okay, and how do they know to have the stock ready for you? And we were like, I don't know. He was like, see what they do. They look at like weather systems. They look at the time of the year. They stock up beforehand. And I learned all about supply and demand just from this fucking substitute teacher coming in and just talking about it. I was like, Jesus Christ. But it was real application because it was snowing outside. I was like, it was like, where'd you get your sledge from? And we were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was so interesting because he just real world application to a principle of business. He was like, and there you go.
That's brilliant.
Supply and demand. That's amazing.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Okay.
No, I'm really enjoying this conversation. I think it's brilliant.
Anyone listening, please have a drinking game called Drink. You have to take a shot every time Louise yawns, okay? You're going to be fucked by the end of this.
I'm really knackered.
You're going to be so fucked. Good. That means you worked out well.
I think my attention span's quite bad. No, because I'm a fidget. I mean, how many times have I uncrossed and... Oh, that's another one.
Rude.
How many times I uncross and cross my legs.
Rude.
Because I'm just a fidget. I am. I'm not very good at sitting still.
I've had to teach myself how to sit still.
I'm really not good. And I'm fully listening to what you're saying. But a little bit of my brain starts going like, ooh, full English soon. Do you know what I mean? But I'm still fully listening.
I mean, fair play. I mean, you haven't eaten anything today, so fair play.
Yeah, but
it's 4:00.
But I think, are we all like that as three?
Yes.
Is Amy's a fidget as well, isn't she?
Yes, massive.
Yeah, so I think we all just, it's never personal.
We're all there like...
yeah. But I need to be moving. And I think this is another thing that's been really hard about lockdown and everything, is obviously not being at work. You know, like we were talking about the other day about being active. I'd do 20,000 steps a day easy. And same with you, yeah. Same, yeah. And now it's like, now we're really sedentary.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce sedentary. Sedentary. SEDIT. Oh, I've said it wrong. Sorry.
One of the above.
SEDINTRNTARY. I think so. ARY. Yeah. I get in my head. I'm getting confused between that and sediment. I don't know why.
It's easily done.
Yeah, it happens with the rest of us.
Right. So let's go back. You were talking about how teachers changed. Were there any other scenarios that happened that? A similar thing.
Or it changes the subject.
Yeah. Well, as in, change the teacher, then change the environment.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Because it's also bad when you have a really good teacher and then they leave and you get a shit teacher.
That's that kills it. That kills it.
That is the worst, especially when you're so engaged. And then I've said engaged. Also drink. Every time I say engaged, you need to drink as well. Yeah. This could be fun. I could just make it drinking game.
You're gonna get fucked.
I'm just repetitive as fuck. That's why.
That's well.
It's have you got any teacher
in reverse orders?
Yeah,
probably not. I probably blocked it out, I suppose.
Blocked out the trauma.
Well, I guess because it's easier to, for me anyway, to recognise from bad to good. Because it stands out more. Because you're like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Good to bad. I don't think so. I mean, my philosophy teacher was a nutcase. I mean, he
in a good way.
He was a literal creationist. He believes the earth was made in 7 days.
Oh.
So he believes Genesis.
As in he believes in God?
No, the band. Yes, he believes in he believes in Phil Collins.
I believe in Genesis.
I do believe in Genesis.
That was good.
Thank you.
In a really shit way, it was good.
Miracles, Genesis. Yeah, it works. No, so he believes the God was made in 6 days, and on the 7th day God made the earth in 6 days. On the 7th day, he rested. That's what he believes. But what was...
I respect that.
I respect his opinion as well. I disagree, I
massively disagree, but I respect it.
But what was brilliant about him was that he had the ability, because he was a fantastic teacher, because whatever he taught us, he had the ability to convince you.
Okay.
So whether he was going atheist, agnostic, he's teaching us Immanuel Kant, Descartes, Augustine, Bertrand Russell, whatever. He made all of it sound like he believed all of it.
Okay.
And you're like, yeah, these arguments are really convincing. But he then switched and go the other way, and you're like, what? How do you do this? Like, he was a master. He was about this big, glasses. He had dots all across his knuckles when he was 18, and he tattooed his own hand. And he always wore exaggerated, like, really baggy shirts. But he was like this little mouse man. But his passion for it was incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he was stunning. He was amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's good that
crazy, but he was amazing.
That you remember that.
Oh yeah.
That stands out.
Yeah. So he had these blue dots on each knuckle because he was 18, so obviously he's like 40 something now. So
was he there when I was there?
Yeah. That was still there, Mr. Riley.
Oh fuck yes. Yeah. And he has like 8 kids.
Yes. Again.
Shit.
Literal creationist.
I completely forgot about him.
Literal creationist, Christian. He ain't gonna use contraception.
I completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you ever have him as a teacher, or did you just see him around?
No, I did have him as a
teacher.
He
did, yeah. He's psychopath, but you know.
Yeah, 100%. I assume you're going to blank his name out.
Yeah, but nah, it's fine. He's been in 8 years, I don't get.
Okay.
But brilliant teacher because of it. See, I'm saying he's brilliant. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Psychopath, but he's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant because of it.
Yeah, I know. I would agree.
All the good teachers are mental.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree. They just don't take shit.
Did you ever have Hubert?
Yeah, of course I did.
My man.
Yeah, he was great.
So funny.
And even when Amy came in, obviously the last one of us.
Oh, he was like,
he was having
a field day.
Another $1.50. Fuck. I'd obviously left a good note.
He'd always be telling me off because I wouldn't shut up. And so on this board he had like initials of people's names that he just had people's names of like when they messed up. So I'd be like third on the list. He'd start writing it. He'd go, oh, fuck's sake, it's too long a name. He's just like M.
Oh, yeah, no, he used to write. Yeah, he did that. That was him. That was a real thing that he did.
Yeah, I know.
He wrote everyone's fucking name on the board all the time.
It was so funny.
All the time, and it was so like, oh no.
There was a story I got from several people were there when this happened, and basically someone went to this is in sixth form, and it was like advanced maths or whatever, and someone was like, oh shit, I've left my pencil case in my previous lesson. Can I go get it? And he went, yeah, go get it. And so everyone just got sat there, and he just went, how funny would it be if we all left? And they were like, it'd be pretty funny. He was like, all right, let's do it. So the teacher was like, we should just leave. You
all just left?
Yeah, I wasn't in the lesson because it was A level. But the two people who were there were like, yeah, because one person told me, I was like, you're making that up. And they were like, no, Henry, come here. And so Henry was like, yeah, that happened. And then I was like,
wait, so where did he take everyone?
He was like, I don't care where you go, just leave and come back in 10 minutes. And then everyone just ran away.
Yeah, but the fact that he had the trust as well to say that.
To be fair, he'd known everyone for at least 4 years. So he was like, look, if you're going to be here, you're going to be here seriously.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
He was great. He was really,
he was
really
just
good.
like, let's just leave and see what happens.
Yeah, I like that. That's fucking good. I bet the people came back and
people
were
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was crazy.
So funny. That was a yawn.
Fuck.
That was a yawn. Drink.
All
right.
Bottoms up.
So I've done a podcast where I've been drinking, but I haven't done one where I've got drunk during.
Fuck that.
No, that'd be interesting. That'd be funny. Mm-mm. I would be scared I'd accidentally delete it, but that would be funny.
I just don't really like alcohol. So.
And also, I'd have to keep stopping to go for a piss.
Yeah, it would really I just think it would be, and I mean, I'd yawn a lot. So it makes me tired.
Well, to be fair, I think this room is just pretty warm as well, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
The heating isn't even on.
Oh no!
The heating is not even on.
Yeah, this room is quite warm. No, do you know what? The boiler.
Oh, it's there. Yeah,
it's just there.
Could be.
So that's where
that would make. How have I never figured that out? That would make a lot of sense.
And Amy's room, I would say, is probably the coldest.
Yeah, I always like that.
You liked it.
I like it.
I don't like it. You really like having a cold room, don't you?
It's because I'm always fucking hot, man. I'm like an oven.
Yeah. See, I vary.
I picked up. It was really cool. I picked up this big block of ice from like someone, we've got the little ice trays. Someone had a big one, so it was a rubber thing.
Oh, and it's one,
the
isn't
big
it?
block.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like, whoa! But I picked it up and I was like, this is cool. And I was tightened a little bit, and it cracked. And it started melting in my hand. I was like, I have power. I was like, just melt the whole thing. I was like, yes. And they were like, what the fuck? It came right out of the freezer.
That's interesting. So you're always
warm.
So even if you go out,
if I get, I will get cold, but then I'll heat up like
really quickly,
really quick. And because what's cold for me is my feet and my fingers.
Yeah, I get the same.
If I get cold, they'll be cold. Otherwise, it doesn't bother me.
Interesting. So I feel like if I'm out, sometimes it'll be that my hands, like I'll like touch something and they're like, oh my god, I'm so cold, my hands are freezing. And I'll touch them and they're like, Jesus, you're a radiator. And I'm there and I warm their hands up. But then sometimes, it really depends. Sometimes I'm like absolutely freezing, can't get warm. But yeah, it always stems from the feet, I find. I think if your feet are cold, the rest of you is cold, and vice versa. If your feet are hot, I feel like your body just there's something about. I don't want to talk about feet though, but I'm just gonna add that in there because I don't like feet.
There you are, everyone. Louise doesn't like feet.
It make me sick.
Sick. Is that what you're talking about when you're being disrespectful? You're just getting pictures of feet sent to you.
Oh,
that's called a loop back.
Far too many.
So,
yeah,
throwback, flashback, throwback.
No, because you mean you're looping the conversation.
It's something back.
I think it's a loop back.
It's a razorback. Silverback. No, it's a gorilla.
It's not a throwback. Definitely not.
No.
Ooh.
Reference back.
I was going to say something and I can't remember what I was going to say.
Feet.
Absolutely not.
Yawning.
No. I was going to say something. We were talking about teachers and everything.
Teachers, Hubert running away, laughing.
Yeah, it was really
Psychopaths, crazy people. Drink.
I'm sorry. Ooh. Goodness.
This is the last time we're doing this.
I don't know what it is.
We'll give me the time of day. We'll try a morning one. Or
yeah, maybe.
It could be. See, another reason I don't like singing is if I'm singing for a long time. Louise and I were brought up in a Roman Catholic school, and so we had to go to church every Sunday.
Oh.
And it started when I was like year 5 or whatever. And I remember it happening just one day. I was halfway through a hymn, and I just started yawning. I was like, oh, that was weird. Tried to sing another verse, and again I was just yawning. I was like, what the fuck? And every single time since, if I sang, I yawned.
Really?
I was like, but if I mimed, I didn't. It was really strange, but it's done that ever since. Like again, that's why I just haven't sung. Cause I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I can't. I just look, I'm bored.
That's really interesting. Well, I guess maybe the environment that you were in, you probably associated boredom with singing.
Yeah, I was getting to that age where I was like, why the fuck are we here?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, if you aren't a singer and you don't want to sing, then... But also, that's the thing, it's all about breathing, because when I do that sometimes, I yawn when I sing. Oh my god, can we talk about yawning? Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's happening?
Oh my god. Can you just go the whole way and just fall asleep on it?
This is just classic. Yeah.
Can you just fall asleep? I'll give you a bit.
This is classic though, because I was absolutely fine, and then I think because I think it's because all day I've been doing stuff, and now I'm actually sat doing nothing.
Well, here's what I was trying to lead to, is that I think because you haven't been in school or education for so long, you're actually sat down, and it's really mentally intense.
Yeah.
Because it's brilliant because I'm like a really good conversation, but because of that, it's really like taxing on your brain because it's like an English or psychology debate. It's like being an adolescent again, where you've really got to pay attention to what the other person's saying and then think about what else you can say as well.
That's a really fucking good point.
I think that's what it is.
Because I really struggle with one-on-one. With certain people, it's fine, but majority of the time, having to spend a long time with somebody one-on-one, I find really taxing.
Yeah.
Because that's why I prefer to be in a 3 at least, because then they can sit and have their little chat and I'll listen and observe. And
take turns, yeah.
Rather than having to think, oh my God.
We just hit on it, bro.
Yeah, because if I go on holiday with one person, it never works. It never works.
Because they're like, I'm not bored of you.
Yeah. Yeah, my God, that's absolutely. I reckon that's why I struggle with one-on-one, because, like you said, my job as well, it's very much me.
Mm-hmm.
We communicate, of course. We have banter, but that's more like unrelated to chefing.
You don't need to talk to get the job done.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not academic, so I don't need to really concentrate. I just sort of
chop. You're doing.
Cook. Yeah. And everything, all the steps are so minute to get to where I need to be that they don't last long, if you see what I mean. So it's like, right, add that, and then I add that, and then I do this, and I do that, and I do. So it's just like ding, 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 loads of different things, and it's not just like, it's not just honing in on one thing, because I can't do that. So yeah, that probably indicates that I have a definitely more creative mind than academic. Would you say?
Interesting. It's a good question.
Oh, actually, no, maybe not, because a lot of creative things, it is just focusing on.
Yeah,
but I think it depends though, because I think, like you said, this is a social interaction. But like today, I made a cake. That's a lot of focusing and a lot of intricacy. But that to me is relaxing.
See, I need to. It's been so long since I've done psychology, but I remember we did it when we worked out like left brain, right brain, creative, analytical. I can't remember what's what, but what we're doing now versus your job or baking a cake is two separate things.
Okay.
So you've got socializing, talking, intellectualizing, speaking, physically doing something. It's completely different.
Yeah,
so you're using a different
right,
part of the brain.
Yeah, okay.
But because you use that part of the brain so often, this one's getting a real workout. So you're like, whoa, I haven't done this in a while. It's like going for a long run, and you're like, ooh, okay, my lungs aren't used to this. It's the same. It's like that.
Yeah, it's not physical. Well, it is technically sort of physical, but it's not.
Whereas with me, because of my career, all of my careers, it's interaction. So it's either on the phone or I'm meeting people, or it's always like communicating with people, because that's how I get the job done. So I can talk for days, because I'm used to, my vocal muscles are always in use.
Yeah, I got you. Whereas for me it's quite.
It's different.
Yeah, it is. That's really interesting. I've never thought about, because I always thought like, am I just awkward? Do I just get bored easily? Because I know that's what I'm.
Different. It's a different muscle. It literally is. Your tongue is a muscle, and the voice box is as well. But it's a different part of the brain. It really is.
Because I guess in a way I'm very much a team player, but predominantly I'm very much an individual when it comes to my work. Like I'm very much, I can lead people. I can work very well as a team, with people. But I do really enjoy just to, at work they'll say, right, Lou, you're doing this X, Y, and Z. Crack on, and that's it. I just get on with my own shit.
Because that's interesting. Because with your environment and your particular job as a chef, you could argue it's both, because the collective kitchen is the team, but correct me if I'm wrong, but the exact dish, whatever that you're doing, is just you doing. Yeah. So as a unit, it is a team thing, but with actually in that room, it's not at all. It's individual, so it's everyone's focused on that.
Yeah, definitely. Because like one person will do the main, which is the curry. One person will do the vegetarian, or some people will get both, or someone will be on prep instead of actually cooking the food for the day.
Yeah, so you've got everyone's doing specific roles.
But also what I like is that we all have things that we specifically like to do. Like some days I'll do the curry, or another guy he'll do the curry. Like that's, we're known for that. Or a nice creamy pasta sauce, or do you know what I mean? It's like some things or soups. There's all sorts of things that certain people are more just prefer to do it, or are better at doing it, or I just it's nice. It's I like the way it works in terms of work. It's just but I guess also for some people that might be hell. They might prefer to actually lean on other people.
Well, for me it would be, because I can't do the job, but
But say, I get that.
Yeah.
But would you like to work on your, would you like to have tasks that you just do on your own?
Yes. Yeah, it's a similar thing. Like I think with my job, same thing. I have my own, we each have our own customers, and we might ask someone for help, but it's in like, oh, could you pass me that kind of thing?
Okay.
As opposed to, can you do this for me? It's like, no, it's like I'm doing it all, but just chuck me that over there, you know.
Got you.
So same thing. Yes, but again, within those four walls, so outside of that, we are a whole team. Within those four walls, it's each of us has a does our own thing, does our own responsibility to make money.
Depends what you're doing, isn't it? But that's probably not quite a normal thing that everyone goes about their own tasks.
Yeah, and it's different as well for me because I'm in management, so I have to like assign everyone to do it. And obviously occasionally, so on some people will like, oh, can you help me with this? So yeah, but for the most part, people know what they're doing. So I'm just like, do this, do that, do this.
It's interesting. I think all three of us are siblings. I think we all very much leaders.
Yes, big time. Well, I mean, Amy was bloody running in an IKEA floor for a while. So
I know.
You're like, oh, okay, how old are you?
She's like 17 or something.
She's running a whole fucking floor.
And I got voted bossiest chef.
Well, I was just like, how much does this thing make a week? And she told me. I was like, fuck.
I know.
I was like, oh my God.
I know. She knows. She just,
But she did it. And they were like, okay, cool.
Because you think everyone else her age.
Shut up.
That was unnecessary.
I know.
Everyone else her age wouldn't, even think to go ahead and say, oh, actually, can I look at this thing? Or can I talk to somebody about this? Or, oh, can I change this? Do you know what I mean? Just so, like, using her initiative.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
But I feel like we're all like that.
Mm-hmm.
With all our jobs or whatever we're doing, it's like, actually, can I have a say in this? Can I put, have an input? And people love that. Oh my God, that's like their wet dream.
Yeah, and also it's how we come about it. It's not like, can I do this? It's like, how about we did this?
Yeah.
If you say, can I, they'll be like, no.
Yeah.
But you're like, what about that?
Yeah.
What about this? And I'm trying to think, because I've been in the same role for a couple of years now, and it's only in the last year and a half that I've just been like, nah. Like to my superiors, I've been like, nah, this will work better. And they're like,
I did the same.
oh.
I did the same.
I've been in the same role for like ages, and I was only relatively recently, and I've been like, no, that's silly. Like, that'll work. And they're like, oh, okay.
I feel that, it's quite similar with my work, definitely. But I think that's great.
Yeah, I'm just like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Are you stifling a yawn, or are you just saying that about me?
No, stifling.
Okay, fine. I was going to say.
That's a good word.
Stifling. Stifle a yawn. Stifle a cat? No, doesn't work.
Stifle a cat?
I don't know. Oh, you stifle a burp.
That poor cat.
I don't.
I hate cats. You crack on.
Do you remember that video of that woman putting a cat in a bin?
No.
Do you not remember this? This came out years ago. It was this older lady who was just like walking down the street. It's like a CCTV footage. There's these two bins. There's a cat sat on a bin.
I think I feel like this is coming back to me.
Yeah. She's walking along and she just kind of just stops, looks at the cat, looks around, then just picks the cat up, puts the lid on, puts it in, and just keeps walking.
That's horrible.
It's so
but that's really fucked up though, because how was the cat meant to get out?
Oh, it did. It was fine. It got out.
But how?
Because of the CCTV.
Okay, yeah, but if there wasn't,
exactly, it's pretty
how
fucked
the fuck
up.
would it get out?
It's real fucked up, yeah.
Because also people put rubbish. Oh no,
it's real fucked up, yeah.
I don't like cats, but I wouldn't wish it. I wouldn't wish it pain.
But I remember when that happened, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" I will try and find the video after this.
Yeah, I feel like I have.
You've
probably shown me this.
It was like, because it came out pretty recently after like Charlie Bit Me, all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So it's that sort of era, and you're like, "Holy fuck." This is crazy. God. I'm laughing because I'm like, it's so shocking. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh well, there's plenty of shocking stuff out there, isn't there?
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, have you seen the advert for the new Netflix Cecil Hotel thingy?
No.
So there's a hotel in. Someone was telling me about it earlier. There's a hotel. Actually, I can say her name, can't I?
I'm sure.
Tash.
Yeah.
Tash was telling me about it earlier. So her and her brother were watching it last night, and she said that there was something called, so basically it's in downtown LA. It's called the Cecil Hotel, but basically so many fucked up things have happened over the years: suicides, murders, serial killers, all sorts of things. But yeah, just some crazy stuff going on out there, I swear. But yeah, just like she was telling me, things would just go completely unnoticed. Like a serial killer would just come in from dumping his bloody stuff in the bins outside and come in just in his bloody boxes. Just walk upstairs.
Oh wow, because everyone was just fucked up.
Yeah, because it's basically like a junkie hotel, is what she said.
Damn. How the hell they get close enough to figure this out? Jesus.
Yeah, but I guess there's just been so many things over the years of suicides and just horrible, and like from quite a long time ago as well. It started in like the 50s, wasn't it? I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. I read that.
Here's the thing. It's horrible, but she's telling you about it because she's watching it, because she finds it interesting, and because they made a documentary about it.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do people make documentaries, and why do people want to really find it really eager to share horrible stuff?
I think because we're all very curious.
Even though you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, but like even me, I don't like horror. I don't like learning about, it really depresses me. It makes me feel like, oh God, it's scary. It's not nice. But I think it is interesting to us. There's a curious part of me, like I'd love to watch all horror films because I'm curious what people have come up with, what horrible fucked up stuff people have come up with, because there's that curiosity. And you can't comprehend why or how anyone could do any of those things. Like even, did you watch the tapes of Ted Bundy?
No, I haven't seen any of that.
Oh my God, you have to watch it.
I've seen the MJ thing. I've seen the Fred West thing.
Oh, Fred West.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any of the Ted Bundy stuff.
Really good.
Is that the Zac Efron one, right?
No. So not the actual film. Oh. It was a documentary. I think it's called like the something tapes of Ted Bundy. But yeah, it was a journalist that went in or a reporter or something like that, and he was interviewing him. So it's physical tapes that you can hear of them talking.
Jesus, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really good, and it was just giving you a backstory of like all his different attacks, but also just how incredibly clever and cunning these people are, because everyone that you spoke to and sort of said, oh, he's on trial for this, or they've had allegations, and they'd literally be like, what are you talking about? They're like,
I've heard that.
Yeah, he's fucking really really nice guy, academic, charming, lovely, but at the same time he's chopping people's heads off.
Like I said, I think to this day he has like the highest serial killer recipient in prison for like marriage proposals.
Oh yeah, I know. Fans
stunning. I mean,
totally
he was a good looking dude, I must say. Yeah,
but how can you be attracted to someone that rapes and kills people?
That's a good question.
Like what?
So that's a very good question. I think I can't remember who was explaining it, who was trying to rationalise it to me, but she was saying something like, it's because we're in a society where everything's so fucking easy and you don't have to have any physical prowess to do well. And she was saying it's like, it's because he's so physical. Like, even though he like is all his victims are fucking women, this is like, I don't care, because it's like this is a person I know has killed people. And you're like, that's attractive because he's like so primal and so like manly or something. And I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that is really fucked up.
And I was like, that's weird. But yeah, there's everyone has their own kinks or whatever. But I'm just there like, that ain't right. But there's so many. I've said it before, but there's a podcast I listen to where one of the guys has a drop where whenever he the whole show is basically he reads out the news, but in just like ridiculous ways, and just all like ridiculous. He finds all the most stupid stories. There's one where he's like, oh, and come on to our next section, and it's just like the murder section or whatever, and it's like this woman going, murder, and that's like the drop to it, because he's like, it's typically women who love all this like murder shit and serial killers and like it's like Mum and her fucking terrifying detective show she loves, and you're just like, this is horrible. She's like, it's so interesting, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I know.
I don't know. I would be very interested to ask more females about it and hear them either be like, what the fuck, or being like, nah, I get it. And I'm like, huh?
That's interesting. I mean, there was other things as well. You really need to watch it because there was with his trial, he represented himself.
I heard, yeah,
which is absolutely fucking mental.
No, you can.
But then there was also a girl that he tried to abduct outside of a shopping centre, but she got away. And then they caught him a few weeks or days later, I can't remember, and he had changed his hair parting from the right to the left to try and change his identity, and like grew a beard and did all sorts of things. But she still identified him. But just the fact that he went to that extent. Yeah, he was so wired to think, right, I need to. Yeah, unbelievably clever and just really awful. Like, even when he was a boy, he set up, there's like the fake grass, and then there's like a hole that has been dug out, and he put like wooden spikes coming up, like to hurt animals. Like, he was obviously the sadist from the beginning. Yeah. And then unfortunately a little girl fell in there and fucked her leg up, and so it's horrible. Jesus. It's horrible. But I could talk about it because I find it weirdly interesting. Yeah. But I don't want to watch it because it makes me feel shit. That's fair enough. So Wikipedia's for you. Wow. He'll just tell you everything and you're like, oh yeah. That's true. You always got to believe what Wikipedia says. Yeah. Can I ask the time? It is 4:22. It's 4:20. Lovely. Now I've got to make dinner soon is all I'm thinking. Alright, cool. What time do you want to wrap it up? Oh, we'll give it another 10 minutes maybe. Have a good chat about some other things. Aye. Alrighty. Anything you'd specifically like to talk about today? No, I've been enjoying this. It's very, very flowing. Well, we've touched on quite a lot of different things actually, which has been good. Touching on a lot of things. No. Touching on a lot of things. Touching the mic stand. What? So you think you can get away with your puns and I can't do that? Yeah, but that didn't make any sense. It did. You said touch on a lot of things. I went, yeah. You only have two hands. Yeah, that's why you got to do it. Yeah. All over the place. Exactly. New. But I'm enjoying. So have you done the lighting like this before? So I've done it with my other ones when it's me virtually, but okay. Okay, for everyone watching, you can't see, but I've the light in my room is dog shit, and I can't. I've learned the hard way. I can't rely on daylight because it changes. Okay. So I've shut the blinds, turn my light on, and I've got a light here and here because it just adds a bit more to both of us. So you'll probably see the shadow there and. Is that Amy's light? Here. Yes. Yeah, and that's Dad's. I thought so. Well, he's got two of them, so I was like, I'll have one. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, but it just makes it nicer because it's like otherwise, because I saw it on the previous one I did in person, and I'm like, it's like half of the screen is like really fuzzy, and I'm like, I need more lighting. Okay. Yeah, no, I got you. It makes sense as well if you've not got. Well, with it's not a studio, so I'm just doing. Well, that's the thing, yeah, because you think with any photography or videos or whatever, they have amazing lighting. Yeah, it's all about that, isn't it? So, hopefully, all right then. Thank you, lighting. Yeah, no, I did this for you, Louise. It's all flattering. Appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you what. How about we wrap it up from there? Seems quite an organic place to finish. Perfect. And that would have been a cheeky little hour and a half. Do you do like the link below shit? Oh yes, I can. Would you like to plug anything, Louise? Yes, my Instagram for my baking. Yep. Which is you are what you treat. I had to enunciate so people can actually understand. It's at you are what you treat. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. At you are what you treat. Yeah, good. No, it's good. I like it. It's very good stuff. Yeah. I'd recommend the brownies and the rum barbars. Yeah, I did them yesterday. It was good fun. But I mean. This is the thing with me, which I keep putting out to everyone. I don't have a set menu. Yeah. A lot of people that are doing it, or places wherever, they'll be like, okay, well, we have brownie, cookies, I don't know, some other stuff, cookie dough or whatever. I'll take any requests. If I can't do it, because I don't have the equipment, or it's just a really taxing thing to do, or difficult, or whatever, then obviously I'll say no and we'll find something else. Yep. But, people have been throwing all sorts of things. Oh, can you do that? Nice. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll obviously might charge a bit more because I've got to buy extra ingredients or it takes longer. But I'm happy to, it's nice to sort of be challenged as well because, I'm doing brownies every day. Well, it's nice to throw something different in. Do you know what I mean? So keep them thrown my way. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, thank you for today. It was good fun. Yeah, it was very good. Sorry for the yawning. It's alright. Don't apologise to me. Apologise to them. They're all wasted now. Not sorry. Okay. I only apologise to you. I appreciate it. You're welcome.
Okay. Thanks, Natalie. We're all done.
Thank you.